Hello, I'm Alex Philly, and thank you for tuning back into the Dragonball Z Legendary Super Warriors Let's Play. And we're up to part 9. So, here we go. Goku against Frieza. So, this is the first battle against Frieza in this game. And this is the only form of Frieza that's playable. In the other video games, you can encounter several different forms of Frieza. One of the most common being the first form of Frieza, which made appearances in the game Budokai 1. This was removed from Budokai 2, but then they brought it back in Budokai 3. And also starting from Budokai 3, they had playable forms of Frieza's second and third forms. This carries on throughout the other series such as Budokai Tenkaichi. In this game, Frieza has a wide range of moves. He has the Super E-Ball, or Super Kai-Ball, which does quite a lot of damage, and is also used by several other characters such as the androids. Frieza also has the S-Elbow, which is a strong melee attack that only he can use. He also has access to Destructive Disc, and he also has access to Finger Beam, or Death Beam, which is his signature move. This can also be used by Cell. In this game there is no Mecha Frieza, and there is no 100% powered up Frieza, although they do make appearances in other games. Some people are asking what software I use to record these videos. To record the video I use Cam Studio. To mix the audio together I use Audacity. To edit the video I use Windows Movie Maker. Usually I try and record the videos beforehand and then add commentary afterwards, although sometimes I tend to use live commentaries. Frieza is one of the most popular Dragon Ball Z villains in the entire franchise. He also comes back several times during the series, and his family members also make an appearance. Those of you who are fans of the series will know that Goku is using his Kaioken attack to increase his power in order to match Frieza's power, although Frieza is still very strong. In the end, it takes the Spirit Bomb for Goku to get rid of Frieza, at least temporarily. One of the tricks they used in the series was to have large dust clouds that would happen after a big attack, so you wouldn't know if the enemy was defeated. So now I'm using Goku's signature move, Solid Shot, which is his only melee move. Hopefully this will do a little bit of damage. It's a success, and takes his health down by about 45%, so hopefully that should put him on the ropes now, although he's more likely to do a attack. You gain CC if you get hit by a move. Okay, so Frieza's gathering power, so this is my turn to try and put some evasive cards up so I don't get swamped. I could use high cost moves like Super Kamehameha and Spirit Bomb, but they're quite risky, especially if the enemy dodges them. At first I wasn't really too fond of Frieza, particularly when he went into his second form, although I quite like his fourth form. He's actually one of the more interesting villains in Dragon Ball Z, even though he is completely insane and really, really evil. In fact, he's definitely one of the most pure evil characters, because at least with Vegeta and Piccolo they had some kindness within, but Frieza is just completely evil. There's also proof of that when King Cold appears, King Cold being Frieza's father, who is actually playable in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. And in this game you'll find that most tails are for decoration only, whereas in some of the newer games you can actually do things with tails, such as Cell can absorb the life of enemies using his tail, but in this game they're just decoration. Frieza and Cell both have strange standing poses in this game. Some sprite sheets give them entirely new standing poses. At this point in the game, my health is quite low and Frieza's health is still quite high. It makes you wonder if there's a psychological difference in seeing a number or seeing a health bar, because health bars are a lot trickier to judge. One thing I always wondered about Frieza is, at one point he uses an attack which traps Goku in a ball and then he kicks the ball around, in which Goku could not move and he was very vulnerable. I don't get why Frieza never does this again, since that's obviously very effective the first time he uses it. Unless it obviously requires either a lot of concentration or requires the enemy to be caught off guard. Also, you would kind of expect more destructor disc moves being used, since they have virtually infinite cutting strength, so you could easily kill enemies using those. Okay, so I've got a lot of CC right now. Time to put on a defensive card and attempt to kill Frieza. Or make him lost, as this game's vocabulary mentions. Sensing that the battle is near, what should I use? I will use the stage attack to build up some CC. So here goes, and I completely failed. That was terrible. Managed to get 1 CC from that. Ooh, I think this will probably be my downfall. Actually, it's been a while since I played the story mode on LSW. I played it a few times to get cards, but eventually I just got bored of it. And there is a lot of text to read through and you can't skip it, so it sort of hints that you may need to go on battle mode. I must admit, a lot of the good cards I've got are from battle mode. But there's a few cards that are just much more common in story mode. Such as some of the character cards that belong to people like Guldo and Raccoon, and other characters that have a lot of moves, but you don't normally get them. For example, playing Battle 23 over and over is a good way to try and get Final Flash, since it can be quite tricky to get sometimes, compared to Vegeta's other cards. This battle is lasting longer than I thought it would. In the meantime, Frieza's beating me up a lot. Frieza often likes to beat people up, as those will remember from the Frieza vs Vegeta battle. So now I'll try another 6-stage attack, and let's pray that this works. I still managed to make a mistake on this one, the mistake being the 4th input not being put in correctly. And I managed to fix it, and I managed to do some damage and gain CC. The battle could go either way at this point, or Frieza will probably unleash an incredibly strong attack this turn. And he uses Super Evil, but those who are paying attention will know that I've got the committer activated, so that means the attack will do 0 damage. In fact, Kibito is probably one of the best cards, simply because the enemies use beams all the time, except certain characters. Now it's time to get some more CC, and then I'll probably go in for a final attack and beat Frieza once and for all. So I correctly put in a 6-stage attack, so I'm doing some damage to Frieza. You'll notice as your health gets lower, your other stats increase. This is more noticeable in some characters than others, particularly the Saiyan characters. So I'm guarding, and Frieza's charging up, which means he's gonna go on the offensive soon, which means that I need to finish him off quick, otherwise he'll kill me, and we don't want that, do we? I'm thankful that I don't have to record every single video in which I lost a battle, since that would probably cover about a year's worth of video footage. Right, now I'm using Energy Wave, and this should finish Frieza off unless he manages to avoid it. He's now avoiding it, it hit, and it's killed Frieza. Yay, Frieza's defeated! Goku wins. Let's see what cards there are. So there's S-Elbow, which as I said before is Frieza's melee attack. Costs 23 CC, has a power of 30, and accuracy of 90. It's quite a good card. Okay, so Frieza is down. Everyone's ready to celebrate. Piccolo smiles. Goku says, "Let's go home." And Goku's suggesting I could make it in his ship. And Goku jokes saying, "Haha, I hope Frieza's not back." No, because that would be really bad to happen. How did you know that, Guru? says Krillin. And then suddenly Krillin sees something. Frieza's back and he's angry. Exceptionally angry. And he shoots at Goku, but Piccolo dives in there and stops him. Victory is mine. Frieza's battle. Story battle number 10. So Frieza's annoyed because he almost got defeated, but luckily he managed to escape. And he's very angry. Piccolo's not quite dead yet, but he's hanging in there. Meanwhile, Frieza lifts Krillin and blasts him into a million pieces. And Frieza jokes about it, and Goku is exceptionally angry because Krillin can't be revived twice because of the Dragon Balls. So Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan, or Super Saiyajin as in Japanese, abbreviated SSJ. Anyway, Goku tells Gohan to get out there and not interfere with the battle. And Goku is extremely angry at this point. And Frieza is completely shocked because he thought that Saiyans only turn into big monkeys. Goku wants Gohan to go home and use the Dragon Balls when Piccolo gets back to Earth, and to be quick about it. Anyway, Gohan wishes his dad the best, and Gohan looks for Bulma, but where can she be? Here's another map stage in which you have to discover Bulma's location, as well as retrieve a few items hidden around the map. But for now I'm just going to go to Bulma and say hi. And then Gohan saves Bulma and takes her back to the spaceship. At this point the planet is attacked by Frieza. Frieza launches a death ball into the planet and hopes to defeat Goku before that happens. Meanwhile, Gohan and all the other characters on Namek, except for Frieza and Goku, transport back to Earth due to one of the wishes made by the Namekian Dragon Balls. And also what happened is the Namekians are going to stay with Bulma. And Namek is about to explode due to Frieza's attack. So the fact that they're on Earth means that they're going to be okay. And Gohan is fighting against Frieza by himself. Goku's fighting against Frieza by himself, which annoys Piccolo, because there's no way Goku can beat him alone. But Goku's really stronger. Anyway, here we go. So, we're on to the final battle of this series, which is going to be Goku against Frieza. See you next time. Thanks for watching.